Bam, bam, bam. Digga, 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 down, down, down. What's going on? What's up, everyone? Welcome to or welcome back to Con Zero. I'm Mike. I'm the fucking guy that runs this place. Welcome to my library. If this is your first time here, this is just a channel where I give my opinions about stuff. I talk about stuff, whatever. Feel free at any time to hit the like, hit the dislike. I really don't care. Leave a comment if you want. You have a question about me or the subject matter or comment, put it in there. You want me to talk about something or address something, put it in the comments. Welcome new subscribers. If there's any of you guys that I missed the last time we were here, whatever, thank you for coming here, giving me a chance. I'm fucking exhausted. It's Saturday. Fucking all week long was just super busy for me. I just feel like I didn't get any rest this week. I didn't sleep good or something. I don't know. Anywho, so let's have a conversation for a moment here. As I'm sure you guys have saw in the news, and I would have loved to have addressed it myself right away, but I couldn't because I was super busy and I couldn't get to it. And besides, I'm sure it was, well, I'm not sure, I know for a fact that it was rung out on TV like crazy from all different angles. And that is this January 6th bullshit, right? And that's what it is. It's bullshit. Listen, there were tens of thousands of people in Washington, D.C. Tens of thousands. All right? If a insurrection was supposed to be taking place, it would have happened. There wasn't enough police there to stop people. And I'm being honest about that. There wasn't enough police there between the park police, the city police, the Capitol police, and probably even the National Guard. There's just not enough people. They would have had to call in police from all over. So let's just drop this whole insurrection nonsense. Okay? You had a bunch of people that went there for a rally, and a rally kind of turned into a protest. And then from every single thing I've seen, and I've seen a lot, all the video footage, all the pictures, all the articles written by all the different places that you can go and look. Even really, if you read it very carefully, you can read between the lines. You go and read like the Washington Post stuff. You look at the stuff on TV. Hell, go and look at the January 6th committee's findings. It's anonymous source this, it's anonymous source that, it's a friend of a friend told a friend, and this person might have known something because some kind of conversation happened at one time, sometime or another, whatever. What the fuck does any of that mean? It's all bullshit. Out of those tens of thousands of people, I'd say there was probably 50 to 100 that probably acted really out of line. And I would question who those people were there for and why were they there and who were they there to see? Who were they with? What group? What church group or other group? Because you know they did it. And I mean, I'm not even going to get into what's going on with the people that are being held because, I mean, I would love, in fact, I'm going to actually, I'll see if I can. One of my very good friends is a criminal defense attorney, and I would love to do a show with him. Because he's an incredible criminal defense attorney. I would love to do a show with him and pick his brain about what he thinks is going on with these people that are just locked away. They're being gulagged by people that hate them. And you might say, well, how do you know that? Blah, blah, blah. If you look, okay, the judge that's been handling the cases is an anti-Trumper, total leftist, Democrat. Okay, I mean, listen, I don't care. I don't care what a judge's political leanings are for their personal beliefs. What I care about when it comes to a judge, to a prosecutor, or to a defense attorney is we play by the rules. We don't play the mental gymnastics and try to bend and warp before it breaks. We just play by the book. But these people aren't doing that. Okay? They're just not. So you have to be really, 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 conscious of this stuff going on. And I would love to be able to have him on the show and pick his brain and have us kind of have a back and forth, maybe to give you guys a better view too. Because I have an idea, but I'm clueless compared to what he knows, and I think that would be cool to get him on. So I'll talk to him and see if I can't do that for next week or something. So I'm not going to get into the prisoner aspect of it. I'm just going to get into the political and the propaganda aspect of it. Look, it's clear that federal agents or federal assets were involved in this whole debacle. Anybody that knows anything knows that the FBI and the CIA do extensive research on how people behave in big crowds. It's so that they can control them if things go crazy. They've been doing this for years and for decades. Okay, and they know that a spark can light a fire. Let me give you an example. When I was younger, my younger days, I somehow would end up in some of these bar brawls where there's like 100 people involved. And you would see, if you've never been in the situation before, when you're watching 100 people or roundabouts, even if you're watching 30 people go at it, fist to cuffs, elbows, feet, hands, maybe a mug or a beer bottle here and there, a pool stick, an ice pick. It's an incredible sight. Surviving it, getting out alive, trying to get out without being totally messed up is that's another story. But how these things happen is all these situations with these people who are volatile are tinderboxes, right? And just from my basic observations of seeing this in life, if you have a group of people that are volatile in a room, young men, drunk, jacked up on punk rock or hardcore music, or just a lot of testosterone in the room that night, and then fucking that spark. One guy jacks another guy right in the face. Bang! Hits him, jacks his jaw, and that's it. And that's it. You watch it like a fucking ripple. It'll spread. And it's worse than wildfire because it burns quicker and it burns way hotter than wildfire. Okay? So when you have these huge groups of people, the FBI, the CIA, they know these things. I'm a fucking idiot and I know these things. I'm sure if you're off this channel, most of you guys, you know this stuff too. Right? So they get these guys with bullhorns. I'll call them crowd influencers. Some of them were calling them like the tower commander or the scaffolding commander or something. There's one guy up there. But then there's the other guy that's talking at night. They've said his name on the news. Tucker Carlson's been talking about it a lot. I forget what his name is. He's an older fella. He looks like an ex-Marine. He stands like an ex-Marine. I mean, he has the posture of a Marine. If you look at him, he looks like a Marine. He does. He looks like a retired Marine. I will guarantee you he's some kind of government asset. At some level, some form, somewhere, something. He's got ties. Because they're either keeping him out of trouble or he was working it. Okay? But a lot of you guys may not know, but if you're watching that video, there's 2 videos of him saying, go into the Capitol. The first video, he's talking about it. He says at night, we're gonna go into the Capitol, blah blah blah, and you hear people like, there's a blonde guy there with a black hat on, he's got like a little red check mark or something on it, and he's like, whoa, this guy's crazy, no, you know what I mean? That guy, if you don't know who he is, if you weren't on Twitter in 2014, 15, 16, and 17, I don't think he's on there anymore. I think he got booted around the same time I did. His name is Baked Alaska. That's how I know him. That's the only way I know him. Okay? He in the second video that they showed, this guy, again, saying, I don't even want to say it. And Baked Alaska says, no, don't say it, because he knows. If you see the smile on Baked Alaska's face, he's got him. He knows. He's seen him. Tell by his shoes or whatever. He knows this motherfucker's no good. Okay? Baked Alaska, whatever you want to think about him. Yes, he's a weirdo. Yes, he said some weird things. He's done some weird things. But he's been to a lot of these events, man. He's seen a lot of the faces of these people. He can tell who belongs and who doesn't belong. It's just like when you used to go to rave parties in the 90s. You knew who the undercover cops were. They stuck out like a fucking sore thumb, dude. You know? So he sees this. And the guy starts saying it again, and he's the one that starts the chant, Fed, Fed, Fed. That's Baked Alaska. All right? They knew this guy was a Fed. They called him out. And you can see the look on this guy's face. He's like, nah, he's trying to be super serious. And if you notice, he starts directing his attention away from the guys that just nailed it. Because he realizes it's a done deal. He's going to go try to influence other people. And then, of course, you see him on the front lines right there where they're taking the things down. And he's talking into the guy's ear that actually is one of the primary guys that actually pushes the fence down. Yet this guy's nowhere to be found as far as being prosecuted. He's an asset. I mean, they do the same thing with undercovers. This is how it works in their fucking shady underworld. They take people for whatever reason, and they use them as assets for whatever reason, and then they either keep them out of trouble or they burn them. And they're not burning him, so he serves a purpose to them somehow, some way. Because if they didn't, they would burn him. Trust me on this. Okay? Burn notice is a real fucking thing. If you're somebody that's worked in the deep CIA or FBI as an asset, we're not talking about a federal employee here, okay? We're talking about a civilian. Technically, you don't exist as in their corporation, but you're being paid by them or whatnot. If the time, they'll burn you. You have to understand that. So you play a dangerous game when you do shit like that. They're not burning this guy, so that tells you something. All right? That tells you something. So you see that this is all propaganda. It's all bullshit. You cannot believe what you're seeing, and certainly don't believe what you're hearing on the news. All right? These guys are propagandizing at a mile a minute because they're freaked out. Because every time they turn around, they're stepping on fucking rakes, these idiots. You know, CNN, I don't even know how this is still a company. I just don't even know. MSNBC is like, all racists all the time. That's their logo. You know what I mean? It's just like, or their motto rather. It's just incredible to me that it's nonstop racism at MSNBC. Like everything with Joy Reid's about what I think. It gets to a point where me's like, I think one doth protest too much. I mean, I think she loves whites, man. She doesn't mind working for them. She doesn't mind making that dollar. You know what I mean? It just, it's beyond me. It's like, and then we're going to invite every self-loathing white person online. And the cream of the crop was, and I'm sorry, I know I'm scatterbraining here for a second, but there was a lot that happened over the last couple of days. The fact that for the past 2 decades, the majority of the left and the media and the entire media apparatus has been calling Dick Cheney a fucking war criminal, right? A war criminal. I might tend to agree with that a little bit, especially when you look at the amount of corruption that was involved, but let's just get past the details for a second. They've been calling him a war criminal. Now his fucking pig ugly daughter, and that bitch is ugh, man. She's ugh, right? She's all of a sudden become like a fucking Democrat, right? Her and Kinzinger are at all the Democrat functions and parties, right? They joined the Nazi party and they're just okay with it. It's fine, right? So, anyways, Dick Cheney's down on the floor of I think it was either the House or the Senate chamber. I don't know. I know he was there. I just saw a clip of the video. And it's like there's no fucking Republicans down there at all. I think you had Kinzinger, and I think Liz Cheney was there. I know she was there. And Dick Cheney was there. And all these people were coming up to him, and they're like shaking his hand and stuff. And then on the news, they're like, oh, I think they're like, what do you take of Dick Cheney there today? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, well, he's showing solidarity. He's showing that he's trying to save the GOP. Listen, Dick Cheney, I represent a small percentage of the GOP. Fuck you. No one cares. You're not saving anything. And your fucking daughters are, all she's doing is queuing up to be a fucking advisor or on the news or something, like, because her career is over with. You know? But this little percentage of the GOP right here, fuck off, bro. The guy's got like fucking 4 people's hearts inside of his chest back and forth. How many times are we going to just keep this fucking dude living? It's enough already. Anyways, I'm going to continue. So just when I was scanning through the bullshit, right, I come across this thing. And it made me, it really made me go, I'm not quite sure what the fuck is going on anymore. And I had this feeling one other time before. And I thought to myself, where did I have this feeling? Where did I have this feeling? All right. Now, because we live in the fucking greatest country in the world, in this modern age, I can bring you my fucking thoughts and memories via the internet. All right? And I can actually share them with you. So I'm thinking to myself, there's this thing that happened that fucked me up the other day. And I was just like, this isn't the way it's supposed to be. We're the fucking adults. Who the fuck is running our country? Seriously, I'm serious about that. Now, I'm going to ask you guys to put on your fucking thinking caps for a second. It's not going to be hard. We're only going to be going back a couple years in history. All right? So, before I start this, does anybody remember this? I'll give you a second. Okay. And by the way, first and foremost, I'm extremely, extremely sorry about the quality of this video. I couldn't fucking find a higher quality one anywhere. I looked for it. I did. I really did. I promise. I did prep today for you guys. Prep! Wait. Let me be clear. I'm not on prep. That's some gay shit. I did show prep. Let's continue. So this is James Taylor with the guitar, Mr. James Taylor, who was a folk musician, if you're not aware of him, in the 60s and 70s, right? There was an issue where France, during Obama's, I think, last term, France felt a little fucking dejected about something or treated unfairly because they felt we broke a deal or something. So John Kerry, quite possibly the biggest fucking dope in the world, he's Lurch that had his face like ironed, like his face looks like somebody fucking hot fucking iron and push him against the wall and like ironed his face fucking back. He's like, hi, I'm John Kerry. Fucking the guy's fucking. He's always on the windsurfer. Fucking windsurfer, John Kerry. You're so cool, bro. Nice O'Neill board shorts. Fucking dickhead. So, anyways, in order to make the fucking Frenchies feel better about the whole deal, because God knows we don't want to piss off the French. They might wave their white flags at us. With the exception of the Foreign Legion, what the fuck has the French got going for it besides baguettes? Really? You know what I'm saying? And they got great bread and cheese. That's good. So anyways, I'm just going to play this for a second. John Kerry invites James Taylor to play the French a song. Okay, let me pot it. He's tuning his guitar, listen. This is real. This is actually happening. This is actually happening. John Kerry's like, come on, pick it up, motherfucker. Tell me, James. This really happened. A cabinet member of the United States government brought James Taylor to sing the Frenchies a song. It's like Gollum playing the guitar. Yeah, my precious. To eat the poo-poo. You called to eat the poo-poo? Listen, I can't do that to you guys anymore, but you know why? You know why? Because I love you. So listen, this was what I was reminded of. So I said to myself, self, what the fuck is this? Now, I have not watched this entire thing. I will not watch this entire thing. I watched about the 10 seconds that you get on the news. So let's just watch it for 1 second together and just appreciate how batshit fucking crazy this is.
We're privileged to have a contribution from one of the great creative talents of our...
By the way... This is, look at that fucking face. Holy shit, Batman. This is a crazy person with dementia who drinks too much. Who, hear me out, is the Speaker of the House of the United States of America, the most powerful country in the world. This is the third person in charge. The third person in charge. President, Vice President, Speaker of the House. Prez, old cuckoo batshit brains. Vice President, old fucking
do not come.
Kamala, and then this fucking shitbag, right? She's number 3. The third most powerful fucking human being in the most powerful country in the world is about to do this.
Time, Lin-Manuel Miranda. May his beautiful words be an inspiration to us. Among the words he said and in the music, we'll make it right for you.
Yeah, commie talk.
We lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you, and we'll give the world to you. Lin-Manuel and his father and the Hamilton singers who
Spit it out, stupid.
said that they were all very honored.
I bet they were.
To be asked to participate.
She got a cock
today.
on her chest? What is that?
I call your attention to...
A new year brings hope for the future, new energy to face the tasks ahead
Listen
of us,
to what he says.
and a renewed promise to strengthen the foundations of our democracy. We are all stewards of the American experiment,
Yes.
working to pass down to our children and our grandchildren a more perfect union
Sure.
that treats all its citizens with fairness and equity.
Yeah.
We should never take our rights and liberties for granted, and we must remain committed to finding a way forward together.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote about in the song Dear Theodosia from Hamilton.
Yeah.
I believe no challenge is worth abandoning our efforts to unite.
Oh,
as
really?
Americans. We'll
Really?
keep working, generation after generation,
Really?
until we reach that someday.
It's interesting that you would say that. Let me just pause it there because I know they're going to start to sing, and I don't really give a flying Frenchman's fuck. Listen. This fucking person is garbage tier. All right? They don't care about unity. They only care what the left wants for unity. Do you understand it's a zero-sum game for them? Like, okay, here's the thing. They believe that the world needs to start again because everything up until now was wrong. That's just what they believe. So every vision that they have is the vision of their world, not yours, not what you want, not what you care about, nothing that you desire. It doesn't matter. There is no such thing as compromise to these motherfuckers, right? I'm going to give you an example. This is from CNN. I'm sorry. I should have fucking told you that AIDS was coming, but what do you want me to do? All right. So this is Anthony Bourdain. I miss that dude. Okay, so this is from the Hamilton. If you remember, Pence goes to see Hamilton.
In the audience this evening. And Vice President-elect Pence, I see you walking out, but I hope you will hear us just a few more moments.
Listen to this shit. The balls.
We're all here sharing a story of love. We have a message for you, sir. We hope that you will hear us out. And I encourage everybody to pull out your phone.
He's about to tell everybody to pull out their phones and to tweet this and to take pictures and to videotape, because what he wants to do is he's trying to instigate Pence into giving him a shitty look or something like that. But what he's going to do is make a political statement about only the people on the stage, right? He's talking about a diverse cast of gay black men and women. Yeah, I guess there's a bunch of different colors in it, but it's just, I don't know. Anyways, it's fucking so stupid. Listen to what he says. And this is the cast that works for the guy that says he just wants to unite everything. Pay attention.
And tweet and post, because this message needs to be spread far and wide, okay? Vice President-elect Pence, we welcome you and we truly thank you for joining us here at Hamilton and American Musical. We really do. We, sir,
kill him with
we
politeness.
are the diverse America who are alarmed and anxious that your new administration will not protect us, our planet.
He's worried that the Donald Trump, who's coming in the office, and this is obviously clearly they've all talked about this, they all think the same way, that he's not going to protect them because they're black or gay. I don't know what he's saying here.
Our children, our parents, or defend us and uphold our inalienable rights, sir. But we truly hope that this show has inspired you to uphold our American values and to work on behalf.
Our American values. Not just American values. Our American values. Language is everything to these fucking people. It's not, he didn't say uphold American values. He said our. And I know he did the fucking royal thing with his hand, like our, as in our, the people. That's not what he meant. And everybody fucking knows it. And if you don't know it, you're either dumb or you're being intellectually dishonest.
Of all of us. All of us.
Going for that fucking clapter. Look at me, I'm black and possibly gay.
This show, this wonderful American story told by a diverse group of men and women of different colors, creeds, and orientations.
But not historically accurate, because if it was historically accurate, I'm just saying. So I know that was an example. You may look at it and say, well, that's kind of a weak example because after all, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a right. No, they got together and they made this decision knowing that Pence was coming, that they were going to make a political statement about the way they felt. Why do you have to do that? Everybody's there to have a good time. Not everything has to be politics. You know what I'm saying? And they did this. This was before they took office. He was still in the elect stage. And they did this, and it got intense, more intense, more intense, more intense for the next 4 years. To the point where, like, they were yelling at Pence and his wife one time at a restaurant. The fucking people are scum, right? So the guy that wants to bring you unity has his cast go on stage and shame the vice president-elect with a speech that you'd have to be a psychotic person to say you don't agree with it. Of course, if you look at it in the royal terms, not the terms he meant, but if you look at it in the royal terms, yeah, you'd have to be a psychotic not to agree with what he said. But that's not what he meant. You know? If you've been around these people for 2 minutes, you know, language is everything. The words they choose are very careful. They're not dumb. I mean, in the ethereal sense of life, yes, they're dumb. But they're not dumb, like, you know. So, anyways, here's this was, I believe, co-produced or co-written by the same guy.
It's an actor dressed to look just like President Donald Trump as he's assassinated
Shakespeare in the
on
Park.
stage. Look as his character is stabbed to death. And
They
there's
want
no
unity.
mistaking the Trump connection. Check out the unbuttoned overcoat and
Yeah,
red tie
but
that
they want
hangs over
unity.
his waist.
They want to
It's a
draw
statement
together
of
in
Shakespeare's Julius
our
Caesar that is outraging
American
many.
values.
The controversial production is taking place here in New York City's Central Park.
Our American
The
values.
staging
Now
is
watch
being
this.
seen as a direct jab at Trump and the controversial
Watch
political
this shit.
climate in this country.
There are other similarities to Trump. Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, bears a resemblance to First Lady Melania.
Big hands for me!
This is how the assassination scene has usually been done. Julius Caesar repeatedly stabbed by the members of
Now,
the Roman Senate.
watch.
In a twist.
I didn't like that they made this person who looks like Trump get assassinated.
She gets it. You can't do that shit. Remember when that fucking rodeo clown wore the Obama mask? The guy that was getting chased by, 1,400-pound fucking pissed off bulls? He wore a rodeo mask of Obama. They ruined his life. They ended his career. They just fucking, when they did that, I was like, are you kidding me? Now now see this woman, she looks pretty soft for the most part. She seems nice. She's like, look, I like to play, but I don't necessarily like the idea of mocking an assassination of our current sitting president. It's kind of tasteless, right? Watch this.
It's not a good message.
I don't think it's disrespectful for the president to be murdered on stage. It's
Oh my God.
That's a huge bitch.
Yes, it is. Do you see the crazy? Did you see the? She's like, oh, I don't think it's bad for the president to be murdered on stage. And then I know what's coming next because I have seen the clip, and she's gonna be like, well, it's because it's theater and everybody knows that's fake. Everybody knew that wasn't Obama in the fucking bull ring. God, she's fucking hideous. That looks like actually my 6th grade gym teacher, Mr. Eriks. That's exactly what that looks like. Moms demand action, so you know she's a
really the president's theater. Everybody knows it's theater.
This all comes on the heels of that outrageous image of Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, they
holding
won't
a
even
severed
show
head
it.
Made to look like Trump. She cried during a news conference where she was both defiant and apologetic.
That apology absolutely stands. I feel horrible.
As the
Lies.
cast took its bow, the audience
feel
applauded
horrible
with
now
a
that my
standing
career's
ovation.
over.
No word from the White House on the
Listen, these people are the fucking worst. All right? These people are the worst. The fact that they trotted that shot for January 6th just goes to show you that this is theater. They're showing it right to your face. Look, it's just theater. It's just theater. Look, we did a little fucking song routine with a bunch of fucking theater people that are literally doing a song routine. You can't take anybody seriously after that. They're like, well, Nancy Pelosi is signaling that she's going to retire. Yeah, she better fucking retire. If not, they better come with the white jackets and pick that bitch up because she's fucked, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. Don't believe anything you fucking hear. And if you see a petition to get these fucking people out of jail, or you see a way to fucking throw money there, I know there's some kind of fun thing. I don't know what it is. If I knew, I would put it in the thing. If I can find it, I'll put it in there, but chances are no. Listen to me. If you can get money to them for their legal, help them to their families, help them. These people should not be sitting where they're at. They didn't do anything wrong. This whole January 6th commission is a sham shit show. All right? There's a great fucking Sting lyric where when the powerful start blaming things on the people and stuff like that, it's the rhetoric of failure, right? That's what the Democrats do. Mayor Lightfoot in fucking Chicago can't get crime under control because she won't fucking put her foot down, and there's all kinds of gun violence, and she wants to make the conversation a national conversation. Well, in Iowa City, Iowa, they're not shooting each other by the fucking handfuls at night. We don't need to have this national conversation. Where I live here in Florida, people get shot. It happens sometimes. Mostly criminals getting shot trying to pull crimes off because we're such a gun-friendly state here. They don't call us the gun-shine state for nothing, baby. Listen, and everybody carries guns. Everybody carries guns down here. It's just, I don't know anybody that doesn't carry a gun. These people, every time they fail, they want to turn the conversation into a national conversation. Oh, what's the matter? Black people in your city are completely and totally impoverished and there's absolutely nothing to help them out? It's all about racism. We got to have a national conversation about racism and whitey keeping them down. Even though the makeup of the city, where whites are the fucking minority. Even in the police departments and the fire departments and everything, it's whitey's fault. Right? And it should never be an issue of race. It's an issue of success or failure. And when these people fail, and they do because they're incompetent, they fall on their face. These people are the famous fake it till you make it people. And then they get into positions where all of a sudden what they do is getting noticed. Right? Look at Kamala Harris. That fucking bitch, she don't take criticism well, even friendly criticism. She gets nuts. So when you hear this shit on the news, when you read stuff, and you see these people online, don't even engage with them. They're just fucking stupid. They're stupid. They don't understand. They don't understand. Me and 20 of my friends, when we were in my 20s, could have gone and done 10,000 times the amount of damage that all those people did. And that's if we meant to go do it. Can you imagine if tens of thousands of people meant to go do real damage? I mean, they say this stuff on the news because they have no real world experience with anything. It's just like Don Lemon saying about blaming white men and talking about white problems and this and that. And his whole life is white. His boyfriend or husband or whatever the fuck he is white. His neighborhood is white. His neighbors are white. The people that work for him are white. The people he works for are white. But he gets on the news all the time and he always says things about white men. He likes white men, boy. Seems like he's got more of a problem with himself than anything else. I don't know. That's just me. I'm no psychologist. I'm just a dickhead with a YouTube channel. Anyways, I'm not going to fucking bore you anymore. Listen, the January 6th shit, it's stupid. You all know it's fucking stupid. You guys are my kinds of people. Of course you know it's bullshit. That's why you come here and you're like, you know what? Fucking fat man's right. It is bullshit. It's all bullshit. And it's always going to be bullshit because fucking it's all about control, dude. But their control is going away. And we're going to take it back in the fucking midterms. And then we're going to set things right a little bit. I'm not for fucking going full throttle on anything. I just want to bring the balance back. We got to get back to fucking the basics, man. We got to get back to the law and order. We got to get back to all the bullshit, right? It's all the stupid shit out the window. All right, my people, I love you. Thank you for coming in, checking me out again, especially for you new guys. Hit the like, subscribe. If you want to comment, do it. Let's have a conversation. That's what I'm all about. All right? Remember, go out into the world, be brave, be bold, and do what? Do what? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Fear nothing. Take it easy, everybody.